courtroom saying that it wasn't mine, and now they could have cleared the whole damn thing, but they didn't care. They threw me a court date out 3 more months. Still charged me with that charge, man. How you gonna charge me with a charge when he pled guilty to the charge in open courtroom, took probation for it, and I had signed affidavit saying that it was not mine. I had no knowledge of it being in the room.
So wait, let's take it back. The first thing that you were arrested for, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same one with this fellow, right?
Nope.
Okay, the first one you were arrested for was simple what?
Burglary, schedule 2, and forgery.
Okay.
Those are the 3 felonies they gave me, but they wasn't. The simple burglary charge was a simple theft. The forgery charge was unauthorized use, because what it was, I had found, me and my friend had found some shit in the trash can, man, some checks and shit in the trash can.
Okay.
We had a bank account. He said we deposit a check in our bank account, then we can get some money. So we tried to deposit a check in the bank account. It never did go. The police surrounded the bank and shit, snatched us down and everything, you know, took me in and everything, and that's when they charged me with the forgery, schedule 2 and simple burglary. But I did not know that they all was felons at the point of time, because the shit happened so quick. Man, I went to court in 2 days. I stayed down there. I went to court in 2 days when the woman came and told me I can go home. They said how quick they got rid of me. But if I'd have just played, if I'd have told her now, I would have sat down there for maybe another 2 or 3 months. But then too, I would have ended up beating the charge. See what I'm saying? They would have had no choice but to drop it down. But you know, I was so dumb to the system.
How old were you then?
18.
18. How old are you now?
30.
And everywhere since you've had that incident, it leaves a felony on your record, right?
Everywhere. Couldn't do the military. I tried to go to this little program when I was around about 19 years old. It's a little program called the Youth Challenge Program. You know, they help you out, and you know, it was a lot of things going on at that point in time. So I just wanted to get out, and I was gonna get in that Youth Challenge Program, go to the military that way. But they want to get me in there because of that shit that was on my record. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, sorry. When I was asking you the questions earlier, I didn't realize that this thing was not recorded. I'm gonna ask you those same questions again.
Okay.
When you got the felony charge, you were arrested, you were given a court-appointed lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what happened. You know, just repeat it again.
When we got the court.
Yeah.
We got the court that next morning, because it only took us a couple days to go to court. We got the court that next morning. The court appointed the lawyer came to me and told me if I pleaded guilty to the charge that I had, I can go home. Which the charge that I had was all misdemeanors at first. You know what I'm saying? But she turned me to felons and told me if I pleaded guilty to them that I can go home that day, that I'd be going home by 7 o'clock. Now, my mind was around by 11 or 10, 11 in the morning. We in court. She said I can be going home by 7 o'clock that night. That was my first time going to jail ever. You know what I mean? So I jumped on it. I said, yes, I plead guilty. But I didn't know I was pleading guilty to no damn 3 felons. I pleaded guilty to 3 felons, which they automatically made me a 3-time felon on my first go round. All she had to do was go down to the courtroom and get them dropped down to misdemeanors to help me out. But the point is, she didn't want to help me out. You know what I'm saying? You got black men coming through here every day and all day, first go round. They just to give that. They always think them like that. You come through there, when they get caught with 1 blunt, they get caught with a nickel pouch, or they get a theft charge. They automatically started off as a felony. Off top, if you got money, your family got money to get a paid lawyer, then you can get dropped down to a misdemeanor. But 9 times out of 10, they know that ain't the case. They know 9 times out of 90% of the black men that go to jail around here gonna sit in that motherfucker. They ain't going nowhere. They got, you know, they gonna put them felonies on them. And then that's gonna ruin their life. No more, no military, no nothing. And he just gonna be sitting right here on the corner. So they railroaded me with those 3 felonies back to back, and I didn't even know it. I didn't find out about the 3 felonies till 3 years later.
So after you pleaded guilty, you ended up going to jail for the 3 felonies, right?
Yeah. We ended up going to jail for 3 felonies. That's when they gave me the 4 years of probation. 3 years of probation, 1 year in jail. Did the 1 year, got out 3 years on probation.
Tell me how you were able to get out of jail. Tell me about how you wrote the letter to the judge.
Well, while I was locked up in there, I went to looking at my case, and I went to talking to one of my cellmates in there. He was an old school dude. He had been doing time for a long time. He went to explain it to me and told me that he was the one that told me that I had the 3 felonies on my record. That's when I need to try to write the judge and explain to the judge what happened. So I talked to my lawyer first before I did, and he's really telling me that I shouldn't write the judge because the judge wasn't going to get the letters and wasn't going to do any good. Just leave it alone and let him do his job. So I said, fuck that. So I started writing letters to the judge back to back. He was getting a letter from me pretty much every week. And then, you know, my lawyer was telling me that he probably wasn't getting a letter. But when I went to court, the judge had every letter that I had wrote him. Every letter that I wrote him, he told me if he knew that was going on at that point in time, that he would never let that happen to me. You know what I'm saying? He was sorry about that situation, so he took the 4 years that he gave me.
So the judge responded to your letters.
The judge responded to my letters.
And he brought your case back up again.
Brought my whole case back up, the one that was from a few years ago. He brought that case back on the court and then took the time back that he gave me, and he gave me 1 year for that, man. You gave me that 1 year for that, and by that time I had already did 10 months, and I was going home in 2 months, man. You know
And what happened to you when you were 18, which is about 12 years ago? It's still happening to young black people in America right now. Am I correct?
Getting railroaded, man. Like I said, if a young black man getting any trouble around here, like when I was 18 years old, I caught that little old charge that I had. They automatically turned it into a felony, which they knew. I was still in school at that point in time, by the way. And they automatically turned it into a felony. When they turned it to felony, my life was pretty much over with. That's the same thing that happened to every black man around here in this country. You know what I mean? And no matter what he do, they automatically turn it into something. Your court-appointed lawyers don't work for you. They don't try to help you none whatsoever.
You know, we started this discussion talking about how the black man himself is not helping himself in America. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hmm? What do you think the black community can do to support and protect young black men, apart from being maybe physically harassed by law enforcement, but also getting into all these legal traps that kind of put them in a trap, you know, for life? How can, what if your community comes together? Is there a way that you think that should there be more black lawyers involved in defending black, you know, how could people be protected better? How do you think? What do you think?
Man, I think we should start putting together and stop judging one another, man. Because the main thing with our race is it's us. You know what I'm saying? We pull each other back. You know what I mean? We don't look out for one another. We let our own kids get, you know, like I said, our mothers and fathers around here party with the kids. You know what I mean? We got parents trying to be their kids' friends instead of trying to be parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, every parent, she and he right along with him. You know what I'm saying? If for trying to be a ball player or something, instead of trying to push him to go be doctors or something important in life. You know what I mean? They riding around here with they smoking with them. You know, they partying with them. You know, they let them sleep up in the house. We as black people let our kids do shit that we shouldn't let them do. You know what I mean? We like I say, like as it come in being their friend, we let them sleep out in the house with their boyfriends and shit, man. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And we just ain't being parents, and we just ain't being parents, man. We just ain't being good racist to each other. You know what I'm saying? I think we should push our kids to finish school. You got some parents right here be happy with their kids getting GED. How you gonna sit there and let your child tell you that he gonna go get his GED? That's for one thing. That's disrespectful right there. And us as a parent should at least, the best thing you can do, if you ain't gonna do nothing else for your child, make your child finish school. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them settle for no damn GED. You know what I'm saying? Why not let him go on all the way? Him as an 18-year-old, he's still up under your supervision. So therefore, you can make him finish school, make her go to school. But they sit back and let their child settle for GEDs and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that they ain't gonna do that, let them go to these little programs around here instead of making them finish school. And just give up. They give up on their own. We give up on our own people. So if we stop giving up on each other, man, and start helping one another and pushing our own damn kids to go to school and finish and be something, instead of letting them know that a ball player and a rapper ain't the only thing in life.
Yeah, you know let's talk about the ball player and the rapper. You told me something earlier that the media,
they put it all on TV. They got this show called Cribs. The only thing they have on TV is ball players, football players, rappers, and basketball player houses. But they never let you know how a doctor living or a meteorologist or archaeologist. You know, people study rocks, people that study the earth. They living good, they make real good money. But they never ever put that around here to let black people know that. You know what I mean? They make them feel like if you ain't no football player, if you're not a rapper, then you can't make it in life. And that's what every kid around here trying to do now. He trying to play ball, he trying to sing, or he trying to rap. If he can't do now one of those right there, he pretty much give up on life. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was coming up in school, man, there's a lot of stuff they did not let us know about. Like as for the union, we did not know about the union. I did not know about the union until a couple years ago. I'm 31 now. If I'd have found out about the union, if half of my classmates would have found out about the union we was going to school, half of us would be in a better position than we in right now. Half of them dead, half of them in jail, half of them just sitting on the street over there on dope. But they will be in a better position that they in right now because the union taught you how to build things. They taught you electrician. They taught you plumbing. They taught you all that. But they never did bring it to our schools and let us know it's like they wanted us to feel. You know what I mean? That's what I think in my mind. It's like they wanted us to feel in a way.
Now, let me ask you a question. We've kind of like tried to review the black community and say, you know, our conclusion has been that we have not helped ourselves enough, right? And a few of the black people that are successful always find a way to run away from the society or sometimes exploit that same society that raised them up. Now, do you think there has really been any change in the life of the black man, you know, since for example, we elected a black president in the United States, has it really made any difference? That's what.
Not at all. It only made things worse. I ain't saying that Obama, was by him becoming president was worse, but it only made things worse because everybody got on the defensive side. They never did get Obama a chance, man. They never did give any of his plans as a chance to work. When that man got into office, they hated it. When Obama got into office, man, the black race became more hated than it ever was. You know what I'm saying? Things got hard around here. A lot of people don't look at it like that. It was good to have a black president and everything, but by him being into the office like that made it harder for the rest of us. You know
really?
Well, yeah.
Is it that the community, the other parts of the society turned against the black people, or what exactly?
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, you got some black people around here that was mad about it. You got some black people that was happy about it, which every black person should have been happy about it. But what they fail to realize is, as in for the community with the jobs and everything, and it made it harder for a black person to get anywhere in life because the rest of the world was already mad because we had a black man in office. See, and the thing that the black people was running around here saying at that point in time, was funny and everything, what they were saying about it and everything only made things worse.
Why they were kind of like gloating that they had their man in office, and then the other society. So you don't think that having the black man in office has been good for the black man on the street?
Not on the street, man. It only made things worse for the black man on the street. I mean, you got more poor black people now than we had before. Like I say, it's good to have. He made history. You know what I'm saying? We love him. We glad he's in office and everything. But it hurt a lot of black people because a lot of the white people and a lot of the businesses out here just pretty much turned their back on the rest of it. They was already mad because they had a black man in office and McCain didn't win. So when Obama came out, they pretty much just treated every other black people just like shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, in conclusion, we say everybody who has an influence over a young person, black man, should encourage him to do what? Education, right? Doctors live as good as basketball players. You don't really have to. When you study hard, you can be a doctor. Basketball, sometimes you might just need to be born with the talent. It's just like the lottery. Do you understand what I'm saying? But anybody who is ready to work hard can be a doctor, can be an engineer, right? Can be anything, a scientist, a teacher, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to lock it out on being rappers and sports stars. Thank you, my guy Zooo, man. It's been very interesting talking to you, man. Cheers. Have a nice day. We'll talk again.